Hello and welcome to the Introduction to Coaching. My name is John Cassidy-Rice and I have the pleasure to be your host for these sessions. In the last video, we were exploring goal setting and we set ourselves a task to write down everything we wanted to be, everything we wanted to do, everything we wanted to have and why. And if you follow through on that, and I'm sure you have, you follow through on that, you'll discover that actually very quickly you run out of things you want to be, do, have, and that the why is not always the easiest question to answer for some of those. And do you know what? Sometimes just because you want to is fair enough. So, and what that does, it starts a process. It gets people thinking about what do they want to be, do, and have within life, in their career, and in this adventure that we're living now. All right, so last time I promised you also to show you a tool that if somebody says to you, so what is this coaching thing, that you can engage with them immediately. It's also useful if you've got a client that you're working with and they're not really sure what to work on, and there's got many different things that they could be working on. The technique is called the Wheel of Life. The Wheel of Life is a way that somebody enables them to self-assess where they are now in their life, in their work, their career. And it's a self-assessment tool, but it also breaks down different areas of their lives so that they can start to talk about those and explore different parts of phenomena. So if you work with somebody comes up to you and says, okay, so what is this coaching thing? You say, okay, let's do something. So you hand them a piece of paper. Yeah, I know, a bit old school, but you hand them a piece of paper and you say to them, give them a pen, and I say, draw a wheel. Draw a circle on that piece of paper and make it a large circle to fill as much of the paper as possible. Now, why have you handed them the paper and the pen? Because you want them engaged with the process. Even within a coaching session, that is my preference. Yes, I could have pre-printed circles, but I want somebody involved, taking action. Yeah, that's another key to coaching, is taking action. So give them a piece of paper, get them to draw a circle. Then we're going to divide it into 8. So draw a line down the center, through the middle, then side to side. And we've got 8 sections. Now, if you were doing a life thing, you could say, right, so now what you want to then do is label each of those 8 sections with different parts of your life. So for example, you could have career, hobbies, families, health, fitness. Yes, health and fitness are different things. Wealth, money, work. Yes, wealth and money can mean very different things to different people. And I've already said career, but I said work. Now, some people are working, but they're not actually in the career that they want to be. So you think of some of these areas. And what you want to do is give a couple of suggestions just to get somebody thinking, and then allow them to plot their different areas of their lives. Now, if it's a corporate situation or work situation, what we'd probably is do a wheel of work. And you'd say, okay then, career development, team, responsibilities, the business development, which can be different from personal development, which is more to do with personal skills rather than maybe technical skills. And then you could have career progression, management. So you divide that wheel up into 8 areas of their work life. Then with the center being 0 and the edges being 10, have them rate their satisfaction of where they are now as opposed to where they want to be in that area of their life. So for example, if one of the areas of their lives they had down money, for example, and what they meant by that was they wanted to retire by the age of 50, have say £5 million in the bank and go off and explore and enjoy life and go on an adventure at that point. And at this point in their life, they know to be on track for that, they have to have had say £50,000 saved up with an interest return of a certain rate, and they have that. Well, that would be a 10. Now, this is not the end place, it's where they are now. If on the other hand, they have £3.95 saved up and they're thinking of buying a coffee, that could be 0 in that area of their life. So it's not where you're going to be at the end goal, it's where you are now. And if you're following along and you're actually doing this, which I'd highly recommend, you'd then have them rate each of those 8 areas by drawing a line across that. So if it was a 5, they'd find the point where it's 5 and just draw a line in that section, as you'll see on screen. Then what you'll notice is that your wheel probably won't roll. So there's some areas that you're quite pleased you're on track for everything you want to do, and other areas where it's quite a low number. Now what this do, you say, well, so tell me about some of those areas, and it gets somebody speaking and talking. And you can ask them questions like, so this area is a 5, tell me the reason you put it down as a 5. This area is a 9, tell me about that area. And what area would you like to work on first for a coaching session? So you can see this opens up a conversation. It's all about the person you're talking to. So if somebody had asked you what is coaching, you've got them talking about their life, their wants, their dreams, and people love talking about themselves, they will get what coaching is. And in the coaching session, if somebody's not really quite sure where to start from, you go, what area would you like to start first? So the Wheel of Life is a great tool. We can use it within a work placement, we could use it for teams, we could use it for families. And I'd highly suggest that you get people interactive. Yeah, you can print them out like I've said, but have people draw them out for themselves because there's an ownership there. So excellent. So we've covered quite a lot in this session and it's a great tool to use. So let's move on into the next session. I'll see you in the next video.